When I drive around my area and my state, especially when it comes to annual rangelands, we're just operating at such a depleted state right now. And I just see silvopasture as one of those ways to heal them. We're here at an oak savanna. I wanted to increase the diversity of our income while improving our soil health, and silvopasture seemed like one of the most tangible ways to do that. Silvopasture kind of came across my mind when I was writing our carbon farm plan. We're hoping to do a productive system from the standpoint of carbon sequestration, which includes like pollarding and other practices that actually increase carbon sequestration. Pollarding is the technique of keeping a tree in ever-growth state. The root system below mirrors the branch system above, so as you're chopping the branches off, they're actually sloughing off roots as well, and that root material is decomposing beneath the soil and becoming organic matter that actually increases the rate at which the tree can store carbon. So we kind of want to pilot that here as well and see if that's true. We have about 4 different planting sites. The first is a fruit system that is designed with pigs in mind. At least 6 months out of the year, there will be fruit available either for human consumption or livestock consumption. This is the home orchard. The first 3 lines here is drought-tolerant rootstock for quince, pear, and apple. So in that corner are all the pomegranates. The back side, the back 4 rows is mulberry. Between us and the mulberries on this side is 3 different types of figs. The second major planting site was a fodder banking system. The long-term species in that design were the holm oak. Here we are at the fodder banking area. It hasn't been grazed yet. There's about 8 rows that were all planted on contour, so they're kind of, you know, undulating with the landscape. There's 2 rows of trees per row. Those are meant to kind of form like a bank that we can either like let livestock directly browse on or cut and drop fodder for them that they can graze once it's cut. Some of these species are not native, some of them are native. A lot of the non-natives are nitrogen fixing and fast growing. They were kind of selected to nurture the oaks and provide shade and nitrogen for them as they grow up. This is one of our oaks that we definitely will like select for long term. We kind of would like, you know, this to be predominantly an oak savanna. These bushes and things will definitely be here for like at least 15 years, and then we'll start to kind of gauge competition and select for the species that we want to have for, you know, past my lifetime. The third major planting was actually olives. We just wanted to increase potential olive oil production down the line to diversify our on-farm income again. We also integrate sheep into our olive groves, so we will graze everything beneath it. These sheep will be what we eventually integrate into a lot of the silvopastures. They are a really nice drought-tolerant, heat-resilient breed. And then the fourth kind of major planting site is along our fence lines and our irrigated pastures. So these are our irrigated pastures, and along all of these fence lines we have planted black walnut and mulberries. So as you can see, there's not a lot of shade between here and that other tree line, and there's actually 5 paddocks here, that, all of which only have shade on one side. In this case, there's hardly any. So we're really excited to eventually be able to manage our grazing by closing our gates, having higher stock density, but still be able to provide shade for the cows. The fact that we're going to have tree crops available that will also enhance our meat production is a really good example of how to increase productivity on the same scale while increasing soil health and sequestering carbon. It's really exciting to be testing this system that was planted in a really, unique way and see it working. I think the more pilot projects we can get going and the more we can prove to people that it's possible, that it's scalable, that it can be profitable, the faster it will happen.